A Morning of ROTC by Noone. Ring, ring, ring. It's 5 o'clock, dark, and I'm still tired. I reach around my bed to find my phone and turn it off before it wakes my roommate. After dragging myself out of bed, I brush my teeth, then sneak around to gather my gear in the dark, like a ninja stalking its next victim. I ride the elevator down and walk outside. It still looks like nighttime. Why am I even up? East Halls and Finley are empty. There is no one to be seen except for groups of other cadets caravanning to PT. What is PT, you ask? PT stands for physical training. It's basically an exercise session to help keep cadets physically fit. After 15 minutes in below freezing temperatures, I reach the MSC, or Multi-Sports Complex. This is where I come to PT. This is where I come to die. Or so it feels. I walk down the long hallway leading to where we actually PT. It feels like walking to the electric chair. The only thing I hear that early is the squeaking from my shoes on the newly polished floor. I reach the PT arena to find the juniors and seniors already there, going over their own drills. I walk across the turf to Bravo Company. As I look down, I see the green turf at my feet. It bounces as I walk, making it seem soft, but when you get up close and personal, it feels like a wire brush giving you an Eskimo kiss. When I reach Bravo Company, I sit around to kill time, as does everyone else. More and more cadets funnel in as they form into their usual groups and cliques. I know what you're thinking. ROTC? How much more cliquey can it get? Frat guys, nerds, athletes, we have them all. Anyway, we only have about half of our crew today, due to an incentive to get out of PT. I walk around and talk to cadets, who are either asleep or just completely miserable in general. I ask them what they're thinking at that very moment. 10% say, I don't want to be here. 5% say, I should have joined Navy RTC, since they only PT once a week in the afternoon. 10% don't say anything because they're asleep. 75% say, fuck this shit. I agree with them. Harrison, on the other hand, says, I like PT. It's fun. What a weirdo. Fall in is called. We line up in our formations. I am voluntold to hold the platoon flag. I secretly take some selfies of the formation, trying not to be spotted. Oh no, Cadet Grace, our senior squad leader, sees me, and he looks pissed. Just kidding. He's actually a really nice guy. Even though he's about to commission as a second lieutenant, he's still really cool and down to earth. By far my favorite bald-head skiddle-diddle who ain't got no hair in the middle. Now it gets serious. Receive the report. Conduct PRTs. I'm put in charge of warming up and stretching out the squad. I get to call fall in before conducting PRTs, or warm-ups. It gives me a feeling of power and authority, which I really like. After that, my squad forms up and dilly-dallies as much as possible before getting into some actual push-ups, leg lifts, lunges, squats, dips, sit-ups, and much more. On my breaks, I watch the other squads push, squat, lunge, rest, repeat. Seeing other squads struggle through the workout almost eases the pain that I'm going through, and to think this morning's PT is easy. This goes on for what seems to be an eternity, but we know we must be near the end. Yes! First platoon is forming up. It won't be long now. After a while of waiting around with my squad, we are dismissed. Before walking through the door, I feel the cool morning air rush in. I walk outside. I am bathed with the rising sun as I take a deep breath. The cold air burns my nostrils and smells of cow manure, but for some reason it's satisfying. Walking back, I can't help but to feel free with a sense of accomplishment. The most rewarding part of PT is the scenery on the way back. Nothing feels better after a hard morning workout than seeing the sun peek over Mount Nittany as it illuminates the grass and hills surrounding the BJC and Beaver Stadium. The walk back is always a peaceful time that I use to concentrate and focus on the day ahead of me. The crisp morning air clears my head and allows me to think of my tasks and goals for the day. The adrenaline from getting out of PT slowly wears off as I start to get colder and colder. It's hard to believe that some cadets are just wearing PT shorts and their jacket. 34 degrees. 34 freaking degrees. That ought to wake you up. Finally, I reach my dorm. This experience is completely indescribable. I climb the elevator to my room. My roommate is still asleep. I get ready for my day, feeling prepared to conquer the world. Having to get up for PT 3 times a week always reminds me that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and that each PT makes me just a bit more disciplined, motivated, and dedicated. This is Cadet Noone from Nittany Lion Battalion signing off. Penn State proud. Hooah.